Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'd like to talk about the 25th Nakshatra, Purva Bhadrapada, which is called the former Happy Feet. It extends from 20 degrees of Aquarius to 3 degrees 20 minutes of Pisces. So it is the last 10 degrees of Aquarius and the first 3 degrees 20 minutes of the sign of Pisces. Its symbol is a sword, or it can be the front legs of the funeral cot. So it has its connotations to difficulty, to death sometimes. And the other symbol that I think is very symbolic is a man with two faces, looking forward and looking back. And this is interesting because this can mean someone who sees the future and sees the past. And another symbology of that is a man that has two sides, who can be two-faced and has two complete different ways of being. They can be a completely different person in their workplace and totally different person when they get home and they're with their family. Two different faces that they reveal to the world. So this is a sharp cutting nakshatra. Purva Bhadrapada does have its sharp cut. And the Bhadrapadas, remember when we have Purva means former and Uttara means latter. They will have similarities, but the one that's Purva is always sharper and more cutting and more intense than the Uttara. So you're going to find Purva is sharper, Uttara is kinder and softer. And Ajakapada is the deity, which is the one-footed goat. And it's a form of Rudra, which is the storm god and does represent this fiery nature that this star does have. But there's two main stars that are important in this nakshatra, and they are in the body of Pegasus. So the first one is, and Pegasus of course is the winged horse, but Markab is the first star, and Markab is a star of success. It's a star that deals with success and honors and achievement, but at the same time, this star can have great sorrow. And the other star that is relative to this nakshatra is Sheet. And Sheet is probably one of the most difficult nakshatras that deals with extreme misfortune. So this is one of the stars that when I would memorize the stars, the fixed stars, this was the one that I would associate with a word that sounds just like it. That was the way I remember it, because it really does have sorrow and misfortune in it. But of course, I've seen many people with this nakshatra that do not, so don't worry. But it does have that liability. If someone doesn't live their life correctly, it will come back and hurt them. They will experience great sorrow in their life. So what I'm trying to say is the indications for this star will deal with a transformational nature, because it's when these people learn their hardest lessons through sorrow and disappointment that they achieve their greatest accomplishments. This can be a star of incredible achievements and greatness, and it usually comes through. These people have the ability to really learn their lessons. You know how some people are just stubborn and continually repeat. These people have this power to awaken and recognize their faults and overcome them and live a life of great honor and success through. They are the ones that take their difficult times as an opportunity for growth and learning, and they do come through. So this is a nakshatra that really makes a difference in the world. And in the long run, I've found that people with this nakshatra strong are extremely passionate, and they have just an extreme passionate but dramatic nature about them. But you know, they gotta watch, because they are extremists, so they can be extraordinarily indulgent in many ways. But I definitely have seen many times those with this nakshatra strong, or indicating somebody in your life through your chart. For example, if you have the ruler of the 7th house in this nakshatra, this would indicate your partner, and it could represent that they are two-faced. They may say one thing to your face and do another. They have to watch this. People with this nakshatra strong will not get away with anything. They will have to face their karma, and there is the opportunity for change, transformation, and ultimate success when they do realize their faults and use them as opportunities for growth. So because this is another nakshatra that's extremely philosophical and bright, but because they are old souls, they can be very cynical. They can look at things, you know, with apprehension and disbelief because of their experiences being very difficult. But another thing that they are prone to is injuries and accidents. This is just the nature of this nakshatra. So above all else, if I could give a description of them, I'd say that they are non-conformists. They are not going to conform to the conditions of tradition in the world. They're going to take a different route. But at the same time, they are very respectful, and they do have appreciation for family. And one gift that they usually always have is oratory, speaking ability. They can be public speakers, and when they speak, people listen. Because if I could say anything about this nakshatra, they have the most incredible persuasive powers of any nakshatra of the 27 nakshatras. But they must realize that their karma will come back and bite them. If they are persuading people for the wrong reasons, it's not going to turn out good for them. And they will, it's called instant karma. They will have instant karma in this lifetime, because they will definitely suffer the consequences of anything that they may be doing or saying that may not be for the highest good. But the interesting thing about this nakshatra is that they learn. So this is a very interesting nakshatra, because it does deal with the front legs of the funeral cot. It does deal with suffering. It does deal with difficulty. But what a life of learning and transformation. This nakshatra knows how to really burn off the bad karma. So with that, I'd like to close. If you would like more information concerning my work, or if you would like a reading, you can go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. And if you would like to learn Vedic astrology, go to my university website, which is University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.